Will you prove worthy?
Probably not.
A demonstration of superior judgment.
Tonight, we hunt.
A new moon is rising.
Welcome! Fine choice, indubitably.
Follow no false light. Welcome to the Howling They would not listen.
Minions have spawned.
The moon will rise.
An ally has been slain.
They could not.
An ally has been slain. Killing spree.
I will be heard.
Lose the pep. Has been slain. Enemy double kill. Shut down. Double kill.
Rices. Now, hand over the gold.
Dusk witches.
Shut down. been slain. Shut down.
Tell you
An ally has been slain. Legendary.
The night.
Ally has been slain.
I wouldn't do that.
poison of the moon.
Oh, come right in. They won't know what hit them, because they'll all be dead.
An ally has been slain. Enemy killing spree.
Dusk approaches.
Shut down. Enemy double kill.
Even after the dream.
My eyes are open. Embrace the night.
You have been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret.
No false light.
Rampage. Shut down. Shut down.
It's buzz. Shielding.
false light.
Shieldy.
You have been slain. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An enemy is legendary. Double kill. Shut down. An enemy has been slain. Your inhibitor has Your turret has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed. Defeat.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am truly speechless at this latest update. I gotta go to work in literally 1 hour. I wanted to at least make a video discussing an overview of the update with you guys and my thoughts on it and how I feel about it. When I get back, we got to do our normal thing where we make like 4 videos out of the live stream. I got to talk about Shui Yi, the coolest fucking 4-star to ever grace this game and any game that I've seen in the gacha genre. Holy shit, she's got a Zidane kit. Contain it, Jay. Stay on track. We got to discuss my boy Dr. Ratio. I'm going to be a Dr. Ratio main. I love him to death. I love what he stands for, Cure Idiocy. We also got to discuss, of course, Ron May and why I said she's gonna like break the meta and all that good stuff. So we got a lot of work to get done, and we're gonna get it done. But I wanted to at least discuss the overview. Also, if you can't tell, obviously I am like in a blissful mood after this update, as I'm sure the whole entire Honkai Star Rail fan base is. I know you guys are probably looking for me to like shit on the Genshin stands. Not fans, stands. I know you are looking at me to tease them, but I'm not, bro. The update in and of itself just speaks for itself, right? But let's go ahead and get into some of the things that I put down, because this is just it's insane. This is just a lot of shit that just was revealed in 1.6. Holy hell. All right, so first half of the banner phase for 1.6 is going to be Ron May, but it's not just going to be Ron May. It's Ron May with good 4-star characters. One of them is a god tier that no matter who comes out, her value remains to be at the top, at the peak of the mountain. Ting Yun. That's such a W, because Ron May is the most valuable character coming into 1.6, hands down, and her value is going to hold. I think it's gonna hold out indefinitely. Okay, we'll go into the details on it when we make the Ron May video, going into the intricacies of her kit, as far as what they've revealed and what I've noticed. But this girl is somebody you don't want to pass up if you are playing this game to pick up valuable characters or hot characters. So the fact that they put Ting Yun on her kit, on her banner, as well as Shui Yi, oh my fucking god, because she's such a valuable character that I'm gonna go hard on that. I'm gonna pick up her E1 because she's such an invaluable support character. So bare minimum, I'm picking up that girl's E1. So the fact, and then that means I can E6 my Shui Yi. Let's go. Dialing it back down. Holy hell, I just realized my daughter's taking a nap. Shit, babysitter gonna mug the hell out of me. I gotta contain it. I'm so happy. This whole update is just, an ecstatic update. Anyways, okay, getting back to it. Shui Yi, by the way, Zidane swagger, bro. Holy, bro, she's got the dual blades. She puts them together. Oh, second half, we have Dr. Ratio. This news that came was crazy. Getting not only a free 10 pool, let's not forget, mobile game of the year, they sent us a free 10 pool already. All right, but you know what? Icing on the cake, don't worry about that. Oh, also, we'll give you a free 5-star, but not just any free 5-star, a free limited upcoming banner 5-star character, and it's for the imaginary element. You know why that's important, man? Because a lot of you guys don't own Welt. Newer players coming in don't own Imbiber Lunae. You need to fill that imaginary element. Guess what? What better way to fill it than to fill it with the Chad himself, the person who's gonna cure idiocy in the world, my guy, Dr. Ratio, man. I think that is such a beautiful power play by Honkai Star Rail's development team, because it shows that they're truly grateful for the support of their player base. It shows that they care about you in ways, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's not for me to like dick ride them. It's not that I'm trying to like, oh my god, like dick down the throat type shit. It's true. I just read Genshin Impact, and this is not a shit, it's just factual. I read Genshin Impact after getting the nod for Best Mobile Game at the Game Awards 2021. Genshin Impact developers are celebrating with players by handing out 1,600 free Primo Gems. Period. So, you come over here, and it's 1,600 Primo Gems and a free limited banner 5-star character who actually looks really freaking good. But he doesn't look one-dimensional. He's a follow-up synergy, which means he's going to be able to be dual DPS friendly with certain characters. So you cannot overlook this kind of thing when they do, and you have to acknowledge it. It's important to acknowledge it, because It's sending a message that says they want you to continue playing their game. They are listening to us as a team because they're updating the simulated universe. They're updating the elements of the game, not just one element of the game. You know what I'm saying? Not just story. All right, not just good music and exploration. Oh, we also have an end game. Yeah, let's update these elements too. They're doing everything in their power with the resources that they have available to them to ensure that their player base is happy. Now, is it a perfect game? No, it's not, but god damn it, you gotta give the flowers, bro. You know, if you don't give the flowers, you're an absolute fucking hater who needs to do some self-reflecting. But getting back on topic, guys, updated simulated universe, huge power play, right? It looks like they've taken some of the resources that they used in the what is it called, the swarm disaster, and they put it into the simulated universe. Again, taking resources that are already pre-existing in the game and doing what you can with them to try to improve other elements, because probably on the time schedule that they have, they may not be able to incorporate newer elements. That's fine. It is like a 5 to 6 week schedule. I love it. At least they're doing things that they can to try to keep things interesting. Updated Forgotten Hall. Floor 11 and 12 honestly looks like it's just like a bit of a power spike and a health pool increase. It doesn't look like they did anything that's like innovative. To be fair, right? It's still huge, right? I would have rather they did that in Genshin Impact. Oh, okay, we can't give you nothing innovative that's gonna actually be groundbreaking, but we'll at least just increase the difficulties a little bit higher. I'll take it. You know what I mean? I'll be honest though, I was hoping that it would be a bit of a different dynamic, maybe 2 bosses next to each other with 2 health pools. And maybe they will have that on floor 12. They didn't actually reveal everything, but for now, it's still a W. New pure fiction mode does appear to be very savvy with Argenti. I remember a lot of you guys that were definitely Argenti meat riders. Oh, Argenti's gonna be so good, the pure fiction mode. Turns out you're right. It looks like there's a lot of freaking enemies out there for him to use his AoE, but you know who else is going to be getting huge W's in that mode? Herta. I guarantee you Herta gonna be slapping fucking cheeks. So the Herta main, stand up and clap one time. She is popping off. We got updated main story quests all in 1.6. This is happening, by the way. Updated main story quest. Obviously, that's just as important as any of these other elements that we're mentioning, because in 1.5 it was a drought, right? And I think that's important to point out, because 1.5 was such a dry patch. The fact that they delivered with this 1.6 live stream was paramount to people staying around. You know what I mean? Because when dry patches like that happen and then the next update comes and you don't deliver on it, man, it gets people down in their spirits and they don't want to, you know, they just kind of get in that mindset of maybe it's time to move on. Boy, when I tell you they had a magnetic field like Magneto with this update, bring your ass, Scorpion, get your ass back over here. Yeah. So it was important that they delivered on all of this stuff because of the dry patch we were just in, you know. A brand new boss. Remember I told y'all, I pointed it out in that last little sneak peek they showed from the Game Award show. I was like, what the hell, is that a blue creature? Turns out that blue creature is the ultimate boss for the like, I don't know if they're called swarm, but the bugs. So, and that's going to be a reoccurring feature. Now we get a new boss coming into the play, which is pretty cool. He has a new element to him too, which I guess you're going to be using that probably with even some Pinaconi characters. Just getting ahead of myself, but it just looked like a new little material to collect. And then, oh yeah, the Pinaconi sneak peek character lineup was probably one of the craziest shits that actually caught me off guard. When they were just showing the pictures of each of these characters, they showed Sam, Gallagher, bro. Y'all know I told y'all, man, I'm all about the guy characters, brother. Boy, they be looking super cool. Gallagher looked dope as hell. And then who the hell was this Inferno head motherfucker with the suit on? I mean, are these, I don't know, okay, I'm just only going off what I saw, but if these are like the sneak peek lineup of the playable characters, I know Sam is definitely coming, but I didn't know anything about Gallagher and the Inferno guy. But if they're sneak peeking all of them, holy shit, man, that was so cool too. Again, instead of leaving you in the dark and not showing anything, I was expecting a sneak peek of the map of Pinaconi, right? But instead they sneak peeked the characters, which is, for me, that's even better. And we saw, I know a lot of you guys have been talking about Mr. Adventurine. All right, so I finally saw him. I'll be honest, he looked cool, but I know a lot of y'all are Raven fans about him, maybe because I don't know anything about the lore about him yet, but he looked cool. But the fact that they just revealed all of that was so fucking cool, man. New events look pretty cool. One of them reminds me of that game I used to grow up where you had your pet You would wake up in the day. Maybe y'all can help me out with this. Again, showing my age here, but we would wake up and we had this little pocket pet, and you would feed it and nurture it, and then it would like grow and evolve and stuff. It was really cool, but I feel like one of those events reminded me of that. And the other one, as well as the updates to some of the modes, I got to do a hands-on experience. It's always kind of hard to see what exactly we're doing in those events until they drop in the game. Oh, and let's not forget, in Pure Fiction, you also are going to be getting a free 4-star links, which again is very nice for the free-to-play players who may not have their healers, you know, put together yet, who may not have 2 reliable healers. So getting that links, that's another huge W. Double rewards for cabin relics and simulated relics. This is always a huge thing, especially because I have a free-to-play account right now that I'm building up, and you know, I've been a veteran player since the game release. I don't worry about relics no more, right? On my other account, I'm just like nitpicking, trying to get the most god tier stuff. So starting back over on a free-to-play account and getting that rude awakening of just how much of a bitch and a half it is to grind good relics up, I now see the real value in these double rewards for cabin relics and simulated relics. I also see the real value in a number of these other things that they're doing that are specifically catered to free-to-play players, like getting the 4-star links. So I'm obviously appreciative of this on the free-to-play account, which, for an example, this is a big one, the quality of life perk they threw in, where you could still farm materials for characters you own, but you haven't unlocked the you know, the specific parts of a map yet to access to it. That's huge for free to play, especially people who are newer players who are trying to catch up. I had to deal with links, for an example. I got her very early on my free to play account, but all of her materials were on Xian Show, and obviously I couldn't gain access to them. So she was in the back with Amber because I ain't have no choice but to put her in the back with Amber. So it's things like that that's also huge that they revealed in this update. And then finally, last but definitely not least, got that beautiful free 10 pull as we normally do. Common Honkai Star Rail W, put it in the air one time and there it is. So yeah, man, round of applause, bro, for the Honkai Star Rail development team. Thank you guys for providing us with constant banger content. Me personally, I actually feel like whether you're listening or not, you're at least giving it the best effort that you possibly can to improve this game on a month-to-month basis, seeing as it is a live service game. Because the reality of it is, a lot of these games in the gacha space, you don't really feel that effort being put in there. It kind of just feels like it's being milked. I have yet to feel that from the Honkai Star Rail development team. I truly feel like they're giving it their best effort. Flowers to you guys. Let me know what y'all think down below, please. I'd love to hear your thoughts. As always, peace, love, and happiness. I gotta get to work, but we'll be back. We got a lot of work to get done today. Y'all take care. I'll catch you on the flip side.
I just want to start this video off by...
Ladies and gentlemen.
Honkai Star Rail starts with a bang, serenading you with a symphony and blowing up a space station.
Seems I came at a bad time.
You quickly ground yourself in a world with code-locked chrome doors, mech-like invaders with bladed arms, and rooms with monitors spread across the halls. Its hook of a prologue gives you enough that you can see why the story and gameplay are worth sticking around for without grinding. Charming characters, engaging combat, and carefully crafted worlds blend together into a game with enough content to keep you entertained for well over 50 hours.
You won't get away. I told ya I could fight.
Using polished versions of the progression systems from Honkai Impact 3rd and Genshin Impact to create Hoyoverse's best RPG yet. Hoyo has a reputation for crafting gacha games with a strong emphasis on story, and Star Rail lives up to it. You play as the Trailblazer, an amnesiac protagonist who travels planet to planet on a spaceship-like train called the Astral Express. Major story arcs dip into the city of Bellowbog's political conflict and its poverty-stricken underworld. It also balances darker themes like loss with lighthearted jokes, some of which reference pop culture or RPG cliches. Weaving these threads together puts the spotlight on other characters and makes the overall story more cohesive as a whole. There are some twists and turns along the way with some questionable pacing, but eventually leads to an entertaining outcome. Of course, the story is far from finished. Hoyo still plans to add more in future updates like it has and still does with Genshin Impact, but Honkai Star Rail already succeeds at slowly revealing small details about each character and creating situations that bring out different facets of their personality. There are 3 major worlds so far, each of which has a wealth of details hidden in every nook and cranny. You trigger many interactions and learn new information from just investigating random objects and talking to your travel buddies and NPCs. On top of that, there's a snippet of lore attached to each light cone, which are weapon-like cards that you attach to your characters to raise their stats and grant them special abilities. And even entire in-game books to read if you want. That'd all be for naught without the rewarding progression though. Star Rail leads you step by step through the layers of increasingly complicated systems as you level up, which helps prevent beginners from being overwhelmed with too much information at once. All the leveling items and materials you need come from different places and doing separate types of challenges, so it can be a lot to remember at the beginning when you're just learning how to play. You then need to decide how to spend your Trailblaze power, the main consumable resource you need to claim rewards. Do you want to level up your character's abilities first, or do you want to level up their light cone? At some point, it's impossible to do all of them in one day without replenishing your Trailblaze power with consumable items. Those come at a pace that feel fast enough when playing for free, but this is where Hoyo encourages impatient people with cash on hand to pay to speed up their progress. Remember, this is a free-to-play gacha game, which means it will be easier for some people than others based on what characters and gear you luck into. However, it's also set up in a way that's fair even when you're not paying. It gives you plenty of resources to get started, including at least 80 free pulls from the banners, which grant you characters and gear and permanent rewards from side content. You're also guaranteed at least one 5-star character from the standard banner about 50 pulls in. It already offers 7 characters for free, so you have plenty of options to juggle, so you don't need luck or money to enjoy it.
Fighting is meaningless.
Star Rail uses a turn-based combat system that gives you plenty to consider in terms of strategy, making it all the more satisfying when you pull off a victory. Each character is a combination of 2 types, a class, called a path, like damage dealer or support, and an elemental affinity similar to Pokemon. So there's enough variety that experimenting with team composition is hours of fun. Some teams may have an ace defender instead of a healer, or someone that debuffs enemies instead of buffing their own team members. You also have a chance to switch teammates around depending on the weaknesses of the upcoming enemies.
Better late than never.
So, planning ahead can be just as important as what you do when the fight begins. Unfortunately, Star Rail keeps the infuriating artifact system from Genshin Impact in the form of its relics, which are gear that you equip on characters to boost their stats. There are too many layers that rely on chance. Even if you have a relic with at least 3 desirable substats, it's still possible that the randomized system will funnel every boost into the worst one for your character. To its credit, there's a custom relic system that allows you to craft your own relics with enough of the related consumable item. But until you've played for many hours and found enough junk to exchange for an ideal piece of gear, it feels like a lot of wasted time. At least that time can be spent well learning the different systems, building a strategy, and managing your resources as efficiently as you can while enjoying the story and characters. Beginners might get away with throwing on whatever gear they find without leveling up or considering the stats, but it becomes more difficult after a certain point without proper investment. If you're not paying attention, battles can start to drag on for many reasons, including poor team synergy, underleveled characters and equipment, or type disadvantages. But even when you lose, Star Rail feels like it genuinely encourages you to do better without punishing you. It gives you helpful tips that push you to reconsider the abilities you're using, like if you have enough attack on your main character and where you could get more resources to level up your gear. The fact that it suggests courses of actions and how to look at your stats is a smart addition that will help less experienced players learn the ropes. That's just some of the tons of text you'll have to read. Some scenarios are voice acted, which added to their drama. Even long explanations from NPCs can feel entertaining thanks to the lively voice performances, but in many cases, you should prepare for lots of text. The wordy dialogues make sense in the main missions because the little details add up to give you the bigger picture of what's happening in the plot. The best missions involve characters that we're given reasons to feel attached to, and that can work even when they don't have flashy cutscenes. Many missions outside of the main story also flesh out the worlds that you visit with entertaining and sometimes heartbreaking scenarios. You do get to make some decisions that have enough weight to potentially ruin some NPCs' lives, but they don't drastically change the outcome of the plot. That's understandable, considering that this is an ongoing story and the developers can only create so many branching paths. It's things like, should you send a known scammer to jail even if he makes people happy with his lies? Should you pull the plug on a well-meaning robot to stop a possible rampage, even if it would essentially remove their emotional intelligence and individuality? However, some side quests dump a lot of information without as much investment. It starts to feel like a chore rather than an accomplishment to wrap up lingering side quests. Perhaps if there were more hidden character lore like in the companion missions, they would be more enticing than just gaining points at the end. Finally, veterans of other Hoyo games will appreciate the loads of quality of life improvements in Star Rail, like how its descriptions highlight in-game jargon like break effect that might need explaining and offer a definition when you click on it. It also has a recommended gear button that you can use to automatically choose relics for each character if you don't want to spend time crunching the numbers. And each enemy has icons indicating their weaknesses before you even approach them, in case you forget. They even have at least 2 weaknesses so that you don't feel like you're disadvantaged because of just one missing element, which makes it much more forgiving if you haven't covered every single element in your party. Honkai Star Rail is the best free-to-play game of the year so far. Its stellar storytelling and satisfying progression systems offer dozens of hours of content that a Hoyo newcomer can enjoy, even without paying for gacha items or having played Honkai Impact 3rd or Genshin Impact. Combat is deep, with layers of strategy for those willing to dig into details, but done in such a way that it doesn't get in the way of more casual players enjoying it. Its world building also expands outside of the main story into the side missions and interactable objects, making an already captivating world even more lively. This is the kind of RPG that you can play for months without getting tired of it.
4, 3, 2, 1.
For more, check out our reviews of Demio and Mighty Doom, and for everything else, stick with IGN.
Ladies and gentlemen, newcomers, PS5 players, whoever you may be, welcome. My name is Gotcha Smack, and I wanted to provide some very valuable insight for the newcomers coming today, October 10th, to Honkai Star Rail. I am one of the veteran content creators for this video game. I've been playing every single day. I've missed a couple recently due to adulting. You know how that goes, or maybe you don't, who knows. Anyways, I have a extensive amount of knowledge with this game, and I recently made a free-to-play friendly account.
I've been seeing a handful of people and some content creators leaving Honkai Star Rail. Or really not so much leaving, but say that they're taking a break. And the game's been out for just over a month, so it hasn't been out for that long at all. And the reason is because of the lack of content. And I kind of agree. After the first week and a half, I hit Trailblaze level 50. I've done everything I possibly can in the simulated universe. I've even completed the Forgotten Hall. But after the first week the game came out, I finished the story completely. And I can't progress until they release more content. And while I know this is a business strategy because it's a gacha game at the end of the day, I feel like Genshin didn't time gate us this hard at release. And I'm not even playing the game for 10 hours a day. I have a full-time job and I just do content creating on the side. I can't imagine what it's like for full-time content creators or people that don't work and have more time on their hands. Again, I understand the concept of slowly releasing content to want more people to come back, but I feel like we should have deserved at least a little bit more content when it comes to the story and missions to do. But I'm still enjoying the game. Let me know if you are as well. I've been seeing a handful of people and some content creators leaving Honkai Star Rail. Or really not so much leaving, but say that they're taking a break. And the game's been out for just over a month, so it hasn't been out for that long at all. And the reason is because of the lack of content. And I kind of
Ladies and gentlemen,
Stand down.
Time to say bye. Boom.
is no other choice.
Together as one. Human creations. Yin and yang. Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Time to say bye. Boom.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Relax. Time to say bye. Boom.
Human creations.
Relax.
Right! Investing in victory means playing
Huh?
the long game!
Stand down.
How? How?
Yin and yang.
Survive.
How?
I don't know. There is no other choice.
Time to say bye.
I don't know.
Boom.
That's what I thought.
Converge and awaken. Human creations.
Stand still.
Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game! Steady.
Didn't hurt.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Time to say bye. Boom.
I'm fine.
Relax.
Stand down.
Stand still. Didn't hurt.
No matter. Yin and yang.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Liquidation! Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Time to say bye. Boom. Relax.
Welcome to the Inner Astral Peace broadcast. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Wow! Stop. You're all these. Which means. Full speed.
Apologies. Sorry.
What should we see next?
All right. I'm truly